Tom Clark's Main Event is a Boink Studios production. And now, on with the show.
This is Daddy Show. Step off.
Hey, what is up? Welcome to the program, folks. Thank you for tuning in. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tom Clark, and this is Tom Clark's Main Event. What's up, kids? How's it going? Happy Friday to you one and all. Welcome back to the program. I'm Tom. This is my show, but you already knew that. I done told you. So let's get some lighting happening. I'm working on getting some better lighting because this thing I have going sucks. You see me squinting? It's so bright, I can't stand it. Technical difficulties will not keep me back, will not hold me down. I shall not be held down. I'm kicking out at 2, baby. It's what I do. What's up, everybody? Happy Friday to you. Hope you guys are doing great. Welcome back to the show. This is episode number 208. It's the second one of the new year. Hope you guys are doing freaking fantastic. It's been an interesting week for yours truly. Lots of stuff going on the home front. Good stuff. Busy coming out of the new year. Lots of stuff to do. But you know what? Keeping busy is a good thing. Idle hands and all that good stuff, right? So yeah, all good on this end. I hope you and yours, there it is, are doing great. No guest today. I'm flying solo as is per the norm for the main event. But I hope that's cool that it's just you and me hanging out, having some fun today, talking some pro wrestling. Christopher was first at the table today. What's up, Chris? Sandy in Germany, how you doing? Jeff, thanks for hanging out. What's up, Will? Happy Friday to you as well. You're on time. Yes, sir. David, down under. David and down under David. What's up in Australia? Hope you're doing great, man. Sugar Shane Odom in the house. What's up? He was a Unabomb. You know what? I was thinking he was. I never did look that up, dude. Thanks for looking up. You're right. I was wanting to say the Unabomber that night, but I thought that doesn't sound right. Soundbite Shannon. Guess what? There's your name. What's up, Vic? What's going on, my friend? Mark, how you doing? Belinda, what's up? Man, I love that we have the Jane, what's up? Thanks for hanging out. All the regular cast of characters. What's up, Jason? There you are. Ronnie, what's going on? Dennis, good afternoon. Good afternoon in Canada. Bobby couldn't be better, buddy. Ray, newsflash from Ray, he's still an Adam Cole supporter. Shocking. Mark, we're going to get there. We're going to get there. Dave, not much, my friend. Hope you and yours are doing great. Jay says he hasn't seen me since last year. Has it been that long? Carlos Martinez, what's going on? So, yeah. Billy's a first-time listener, first-time viewer as well, yes? Billy, welcome to the show. Hey, kids, everyone tell William hello. It's his first time here. Make him feel welcome. We got a good, close, tight-knit family here on the Wrestling Rumors page. The Main Event family is rolling strong. It's all good. I got my coffee. Wakanda forever, baby. Just saying. I've got a new warmer to keep the cup warm. That's how much I enjoy the coffee. It's pretty cool, by the way. David, we'll get to Goldberg. All right, kids, let's just get down to this. We've got bunches of stuff to talk about, a jam-packed, action-filled show, as is always here on the Main Event. Billy, you're going to love this. We're going to kick things off with Wrestle Kingdom 15. If you did not see the two-night spectacle that was Wrestle Kingdom 15, boy, did you miss out, because, man, it was some freaking good stuff. It was fun all the way around, and I've encouraged you guys for months and months and months, years even, to do all you can do to subscribe to New Japan World and to love it, because, brother, you would, because it's freaking awesome. And I hold true to that because, yes, it is indeed freaking awesome. It's 999 yen per month, which is to say it's $9.99 American dollars per month. So it's all good. Yes. You would love it. I highly endorse it. I can't help it. I'm a pro wrestling fan, and I'm telling you, man, some of the best stuff you're going to see today in this business is coming out of Japan. And that's no joke. That's not hype. That's not me trying to sell you a subscription. And no, I'm not getting money off the back end. I assure you, I'm telling you the truth. And anybody that has New Japan World can flat out vouch for me as well. Let's talk about the results. Night one, we had Bullet Club in full effect. Chase Owens, Bad Luck Fale, Bushi, and Toru Yano advanced to the four-way match. It was for the provisional KOPW King of Pro Wrestling tournament. Hiromu Takahashi, Best of Super Juniors winner, defeated El Phantasmo. Really good match, by the way. Gorillas of Destiny becoming the 7-time IWGP Tag Team Champions, defeating the Dangerous Techers of Taichi and Zack Sabre Jr. Good match. Kenta defeated Satoshi Kojima. It was a match for the IWGP United States contract match. I'll get it out there eventually. Kojima's a veteran. It was a solid match. I enjoyed it. Hiroshi Tanahashi defeated the Great-O-Khan. Great-O-Khan's come a long way. Great-O-Khan, of course, a member of the Empire now with Will Ospreay and Jeff Cobb. Kazuchika Okada, best in the world, baby, defeated Will Ospreay along with B. Priestley. Will, again, as we said, leading the Empire against Chaos. Kota Ibushi in the main event of the night, becoming for the first time ever IWGP heavyweight champion and also IWGP Intercontinental champion. Double champ, kids. He's the champ. So there you go. Let's talk about night two. We're going to get through all the results and then talk about what we enjoyed the most. We had a couple of dart matches with some of the women of Japan. It's a shame we didn't see those on New Japan World. Toru Yano defeated Chase Owens, Bad Luck Fale, and Bushi to become to win the provisional King of Pro Wrestling trophy. So yes, the devious and diabolical Yano came out again. El Desperado and Yoshinobu Kanemaru of Suzuki-gun defeated Warner 8 Razuki Taguchi and Master Wato with Tenzan. This was a fun one. If you missed this, you missed a great... This is where I start popping. This is Tom popping. Fun, huh? Shingo Takagi defeated Jeff Cobb. Shut the front door. This match was off the charts. If you're going to go watch one match this week, it's got to be Shingo versus Cobb. This match was freaking great. I cannot say it enough. If I say any louder, I'll burst your eardrums. They'll kick me off the air for inciting chaos. I can't help it. No pun intended with Chaos Stable, right? This match was freaking great. I cannot say enough good things about it. I'll get back to you. If you guys are popping off it too, you should have, because it was great. Sonata defeated Evil. Everything, it turns out, is evil. Hiromu Takahashi defeated Taiji Ishimori. Another great match from these two guys. And, of course, the main event, Kota Ibushi defeated Jay White in the main event to retain both championships. Did any of you watch Wrestle Kingdom, and what did you think? James, welcome back to the show. James hit me with love New Japan, how they book. I agree. Yes, Billy, absolutely 100% true. Wrestle Kingdom 15 delivered again. What's up, Brad, Minnesota? Go Vikes. Fresh out. Hey, Brad, glad to hear you're up on your feet, man. Mark Channing, Ibushi, absolutely. Jason, down 100 pounds. Way to go, my friend. I'm down 34. Last time I checked, I weigh myself every Monday, so I'm down 34 pounds. So I'm pretty happy about that. I don't know if I'm aiming for 100. I'm aiming for 50, so I got 16 more to go. Shannon says, worth it. Absolutely. Thank you, Christopher. I appreciate you, brother. Let's see. Let's see. What else we got? Yeah, who else? Do you think they will separate the two titles this year? Excellent question, James. What's up, Belinda Brand? How are you today? Good to see you. Here's what I think, James. Here's what I think. Ibushi has come out in this interview, and he has said that he wants to unify the titles. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that, but his point of view is I want to unify the titles to make sure there's only one in-demand top championship in this business and in this company, and that's the IWGP Championship. That's why I want to unify both titles. I love the IWGP Intercontinental title. I do. I'm a big fan of it. I don't want to see it going away. However, if it does go away, you're going to see the IWGP United States Championship elevated like crazy. And that takes us to this segue. Jon Moxley showed up on a video screen at Wrestle Kingdom talking about Kenta. Kenta, as we said, faced Satoshi Kojima for the rights to face the United States champion, which is, yes, Jon Moxley. So there you go. I don't know how they're going to do this, but here's my guess. You can take this, you can roll with it, you can say poo-poo, whatever you want to do. It's totally fine with me. I believe what you're going to see now is that Kenta is coming to the States and he will quarantine for a couple of weeks. The alternative is that Mox is going to Japan and he will quarantine for 2 weeks. Now, which one's going to happen? I don't know. It's interesting that Mox cut the promo from a ring in America and not Japan. There's a lot of rumors, a lot of innuendo going on about this, about who's going to do what and when they're going to do it and all that good stuff. We will see what happens, but I cannot personally wait for Mox to mix it up with Kenta. That's a dream match a lot of us have been waiting to see for a very long time. Mark says people tend to forget Cedric Alexander versus Kota Ibushi is a hidden gem. Absolutely. That was in the Cruiserweight Classic. Man, Ibushi. I knew about Ibushi before that, but yowza. Very good. Very good. So, yeah, what do you think about Mox making his presence felt once again in the land of the rising sun? I had a feeling something was going to happen, but I didn't know to what extent. Let's see. Tanya, what's up, Tanya? Says from Indiana. I pray you all stay safe and healthy. I lost my mom to COVID-19 back in. Oh, man. Tanya, all the best to you and your family. And thank you for watching the show. Hang out with us for a bit. Hopefully you'll enjoy yourself. Sugar Shane says Mox will have his hands full with Kenta and Omega. 100% right about that. Alma, what's up? Welcome back to the show. Hope you're doing well. James says, I see Kenta coming to the States and JPW is trying to build the U.S.-based territory. I agree with that. I think you're probably going to end up being right about that. I can go with it either way, but we will see what happens. Another major headline coming out of Wrestle Kingdom. Rumors abound that Jay White, Switchblade himself, the leader of the Bullet Club, is done. And in fact, he could be done with the company. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. There's another rumor, kids, that WWE wants him. Okay. This is where Tom gets accused of being anti-WWE. So if you don't like anti-WWE rhetoric, mute your laptop / electronic device. I do not now, nor do I ever want to see Switchblade Jay White in WWE. Do you want to know why? Because he will not be Switchblade Jay White in WWE. They'll put him in NXT. He'll stay there for a year. They'll put him on Raw or SmackDown, and they'll kill him. I do not make apologies for that. I will not rescind that opinion. I do not believe that I'm wrong. They have given me no proof so far that they know how to handle anyone coming out of the black and gold brand. It's how I feel. You guys can choose to believe me. You guys can choose to say I'm crazy. I don't really care. I've always said that you can have your opinions and I'll have mine. We can agree to disagree. And I'm not going to go back on that. However, no one's going to convince me that that company knows how to handle Jay White. And I'll do you one better than that. Jay White has no interest in going to WWE. And if you don't believe me, go back and listen to any interview he's ever cut in the entire time he's been a pro wrestler. He's got no desire, no interest to go work for Vince McMahon. Now, money talks a lot, loudly. Anything could change. Anything could happen. Tom could be dead wrong. And maybe I will be. But I personally do not want to see this happen. Thank you, Robbie. James says, Vince kills anyone he didn't create. I agree. Ray says, I pray Adam Cole, the king, leaves and leaves next NXT and goes to AEW. I mean, it could be. His girlfriend's there, right? / fiance. Are they married yet, by the way? Let's see. Mickey says, is rumors true about Moxley going back to WWE to reprise? No, dude, no. No, Mickey. No. He's done. He's got nothing to say to that company. He shouldn't have anything to say to that company. Dean Ambrose is no more. He has ceased to be. Okay? So, yeah, if you have any dreams of that happening, as Steven Tyler said, you can dream on. Jason said, excited for Damian Priest being moved. Hopefully they do something with him. We'll see, Jason. I do not have high hopes. I'm just telling you what I think. Ray says they're married. Very good. Let's see. Mark says Raquel Gonzalez has looked better than Ripley. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with what you're saying, Mark, and I think she's come a long way as well. She's come a long way. What else we got? Let's go ahead and move on from Japan. And the Jay White story is ever developing, so we'll see what happens. We'll try to keep you updated as much as we can on Wrestling Rumors. 3 SmackDown takeaways of the week. And if you've never watched the show, you know that we begin with SmackDown because it was the first show technically of the week for us because today's Friday, right? 3 SmackDown takeaways of the week. Roman Reigns, the big dog, your tribal chief, as Paul Heyman would say, is unequivocally, without a doubt, most assuredly, 100% certified fresh, bona fide, guaranteed superstar of the year for 2020. Period. MVP / superstar of the year / all around freaking great is Roman Reigns. Kudos to Roman for embracing this character, for making it work, and for killing it every week. Shane will get there, I promise you. Yes, Luca, I think Edge will come back and he will be at WrestleMania. That's what I think. Yes, Luca, I think so. Yes. He will. I don't know about. He'll be on TV to hype WrestleMania. That's what I think. Keith says Ripley will win the Royal Rumble and wrestle Charlotte for the Raw Women's title, and Ripley better win. She better win. WrestleMania is what I say. Give her that win back that she should have had this year. Never should have made her job to Charlotte. So yeah, Roman. That's my first takeaway of SmackDown this past week. Roman, the superstar of the year for 2020, 110%. There's no argument here from that company. There's no argument out of that company. That's just the truth of the matter. No one can tell me differently. Carlos says, I think Seth's coming back tonight. We'll see. You could be right. Second SmackDown takeaway of the week. The women's division is still not delivering. I put a question mark on that because I want to see what you guys think. What do you think about the women's division on SmackDown? Is it still not performing up to your personal standards? Because I can tell you for sure, in my opinion, the women's division on both programs is atrocious. Pardon the cough. That was not meant to be coy. That was the truth. Here's to you. Yes, so I'm just not happy with it. And we've not been happy with it for a very long time. And I don't know what needs to be done. I've been asked, Tom, what would you do differently? What do you think needs to happen? I just think there needs to be a re-emphasis on the division. I think something needs to change. I don't know what the true answer is. They need Becky. They need Becky back in that company, man. Let's see. Belinda says it's okay. It needs work. It needs work. Yeah, I agree. Will says the women's division is slacking, but I would not go that far as awful. I don't think it's awful. I'm not happy with it. I just don't think it's performing. It's not delivering at all. For sure. Keith says, where'd you go? Give the belt back to Bayley. At least I had an engaging heel to create some rivalries. You can't keep it on her forever, though, right? You got to switch it up some. Victor says, ever since Sasha got the belt, they became invisible. Interesting take. What's up, Tim? Welcome back. Shano, I was waiting on you to say something there. There you is. There you be. Definitely better than Raw. But like I've said, the best women's division NXT. 100% agree. What's up, Ronnie? What's going on? Reggie says the women's division on SmackDown is Reggie believes that the women's division on SmackDown is
hot garbage.
Hey, Reggie said that. Don't blame me for what Reggie said. If you don't like what Reggie said, take it up with Reggie. Robert says Nia needs to be used better. What? Not sure. Sorry, lines all the way around. WWE needs new riders. My take. Nia needs to not be there. I'm sorry. I've never been one of those guys to wish anyone to lose their job, and I'm not doing it now. I don't think Nia Jax has any business on the main roster. That's what I think. I've said it for a year. I'm not backing down. She's shown me nothing to make me think that she's improved her game in the slightest. That's just my take. You guys don't have to agree. You know that, right? You know that. So, third SmackDown takeaway for the week. They are keeping Kevin Owens in the title hunt for a very good reason. Why? Well, Tom, he was just working the main event against Roman. You can't just bump him back down. He's hot. We don't want to throw him back down the ladder. Okay. But my biggest takeaway from this entire angle is he headed for a title run? Now, I don't mean Roman doesn't get it back. I think that if Owens were to win it from Roman at some point, that Roman gets it back. But I just posed the question to the gallery here. What do you guys think? The main event faithful here watching and or listening later. Do you think Kevin Owens is headed for a title run? Keith says Owens is great. Sugar Shane says Shotzi Blackheart howling gets on my nerves. Boy, from your lips to the ears of God, my friend. I can't stand it either, if I'm being honest with you. I got to do something about the bars, man, because like they're covering up this dashing image before you. The bearded goodness that is Tom Clark. It's a joke. Relax. Yes, Jason, there's a rumor going around that one of the Bucks is injured. We'll have to stay tuned for that and stay up to date on that, see what's going on. The slide's killing me, man. We'll get to the Goldberg stuff. We're going to come up on Raw now. Let's go ahead and hit it, shall we? 3 Monday Night Raw takeaways of the week. You guys couldn't wait to talk about the red brand. I know you couldn't. You couldn't wait for it because it's awesome. Yay, it's fun. Them's just jokes. Relax. Can I be honest with you? I didn't hate Raw this past week. I didn't like all of it, but I didn't hate it all. Just saying. A lot of times Raw is impossible to watch. Let's get this going here. Alexa Bliss, as far as we know, remains uncooked. For any of you expecting her to be crispy by the time Raw went on the air, if you were expecting that, you were disappointed. Because Alexa, as of right now, is uncooked. I wish I had something better to say besides
hot garbage.
I don't. I'd love to. I don't. I don't dislike Alexa. I don't dislike Randy. I like Randy a lot. I don't dislike Bray. I like Bray a lot. But as a wrestling fan, for a long time, going back to the Crockett days when it was awesome, I know
hot garbage
when I see it. Okay? Because if it smells like hot garbage, Looks like hot garbage. Hot garbage. Guess what? It probably is.
Hot garbage.
I make no apologies. If you love it, if you love the fact that Alexa isn't crispy today, that she does remain uncooked, she's raw like the show. And you can't wait to see what happens next. Who's going to drop a match on now, Tom? If you love it, go with God. Closer walk with thee. All that stuff. If that's what you're down with, do your thing, baby. Me? Not so much. Just me. Just my opinion. It's just me. Eric pops off the hot garbage plug. Eric, thank you. Dave says, my question is, when does Miz cash in Money in the Bank? I don't know, Dave. Dave, I'm going to ask you a question. Do you care? Do you throw the Miz in on Drew McIntyre, the Drew McIntyre and Goldberg thing? Do you throw him in on the Roman thing with Owens? What do you do? What do you do? I don't know. I don't know. The last time I checked, I'm just trying to compose myself after all the hot garbage references. The last time I checked, The Miz wasn't high on anybody's radar in terms of being main event championship player. Doesn't necessarily mean they didn't like him. Doesn't necessarily mean they didn't respect him. But I don't know the last person that said, you know what, that Miz, main event championship caliber performer, baby. Book it. If you feel that way, again, go with God. It's all good. Okay? But I don't know if anyone else that agrees with you. Now, that's not to say I think he's not valuable. I believe he is. That's not to say that I think that he's not worth it. I believe he is. However, I maintain today, as I maintained a year ago, The Miz is what, retract. MJF is what WWE believes The Miz is and wants him to be. And he's not even close. Not his fault. No one can be MJF because he's the king. There's only a few kings in this business. Minoru Suzuki's one of them. Jerry Lawler's another. MJF's going to be wearing a crown. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now, pal. Mark, we're going to get there. I promise you. Everybody's like crapping on Goldberg. Well, you know what I think? I think everybody hates Randy. It's a new TV show coming to the USA Network. It's called Everybody Hates Randy. You want to know why? Because Randy's mean to legends. He bullied Mark Henry. He bullied Flair. He bullied Big Show. More time was spent on Monday Night Raw getting Randy over as a nuclear heel than anybody in recent memory. And I'm okay. I'm all right. Thank you for asking how I'm doing. I'm all right. It's okay. However, to what end are we doing this? To get Bray over more as a face? Because Randy pursuing Drew is done for right now. So why are we doing this? What is the goal of getting Randy? Put him over, put him over, put him over, put him over, watch this. Put him over, all the time. Monday was a gigantic commercial for Randy Orton being the most devious, despicable, dastardly heel that you've ever seen. Am I wrong? Nope. Not wrong. Not wrong about this. To what end? Give me your theories. I'm curious. What do you think? Robbie says, what I can't understand is the Miz cashed his money in the bank and now he still has one. Because Adam Pearce gave it back to him. Scrap iron Adam Pearce. And you're right. Nothing makes sense. You know nothing makes sense. Marcus says the Fiend returns to fight Randy at the Rumble. Yeah, well, okay. But still, my question, Marcus, maybe you can answer. Is all this just being done to make Bray the Fiend, the horror show guy, the boogeyman under your bed, the despicable, no good sucker with the evil face and the clown smile who brainwashed a young girl and now she is an accessory after the fact? And he's mentally deranged. And he's creepy. He's psychotic. He's twisted. He ran a cult for years. That guy, you're supposed to love him. My head hurts. I need an Advil. I don't get it. I just, to what end? You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of back in the day when they had to put Triple H over as a heel. Wait for it. Over and over and over and over and over and over again. Put him over as a heel and make you hate him. Am I wrong? Nope, not about this. Look, give me a destination point. Give me an end game. There's only one possibility with Orton, and it's Edge. You keep doing this with him every week until people hate it. Guess what? I'm there. Hi, I'm Tom. I'm there. Hating it. It's okay. Nothing personal. Just hating it. But it's for Edge. Right? That way when Edge comes back, it's more of a, it's about time. Shut that guy up. I hate that Orton guy. Why? Because everybody hates Randy. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. Where'd you go? Jason, there you be. Either way, you got to admit Alexa's perfect at her job. Jason, I'm not taking shots at Alexa. I like her fine. I'm not taking shots at Randy. You can take shots at an angle, and you can take shots at the spots, and you can take shots at the story writing without taking shots at the people involved. That's what I'm doing. I don't understand the creative direction here at all. Again, migraine. Jason says, I do not hate Randy. The more villain, he's a great heel. This is all being Jason, this is tongue in cheek. You're along for the ride, right? Everybody, I don't mean we really hate him. Take it easy. It's okay. Timothy, man, all y'all want to talk about Goldberg. All y'all want to talk about Goldberg. Fine. Talk about it. I told you we would get there. I told you. Now, here we go. Let's roll the sleeves up, kids. This is going to be fun. Let me take a sip. Drew McIntyre is not a heel. I'll get to your comments. Let me say that again. Drew McIntyre is not a heel. He wasn't disrespectful on Monday night to any of the legends. He didn't look down his nose at anybody. During this babyface run, he's never taken shots at a babyface legend. He's never said or done anything. He's a face. He's booked as the top face, as the top face on Raw, perhaps the top face in the company. That's how he's booked. Drew McIntyre is not a heel. In case you didn't hear it, I'll get closer. Drew McIntyre is not a heel. Okay. Goldberg is a massive babyface. Goldberg been heel one time and one time only in WCW. And when they did that, I said, I'm not going to show you the finger, but I held this finger up. Oh, if you could see them right now. Oh, it's not the index finger, baby. Because they screwed him up 6 ways from Sunday. You don't turn Goldberg heel. Goldberg's not healing out. As a massive babyface legend, and guess what Goldberg is? A massive babyface legend. Who do you bring that guy back against? A massive heel. But Drew McIntyre, in case you haven't heard, is not a heel. He's not. So, here's the truth.
Hot garbage.
I love Goldberg. I'm a fan. I've been a fan since day one. I don't care what anyone says. All you guys talking about Goldberg, go away. Do you think Goldberg's blowing their phone up to come back? My guess is no. If you don't like this, take it up with the company. Don't take it up with him. People do the same thing with Brock. Don't take it up with Brock. Take it up with them. On top of this, Goldberg, apart from his character and apart from the ring, is a great guy. A great guy and a good human being. And that's the truth. That's the truth. Do you know how you measure how good a guy is in this business? What did Cody say on the Brody Lee tribute special? The true measure of a man is how he treats people that he can get nothing from, that can do nothing for him. The true measure of a man in this business, in my humble opinion, is how well others speak of him when they have nothing to gain by speaking highly of him. That's my opinion. And you're going to find, more often than not, more positive feedback and opinions about Goldberg than you will find negative. And if you do find negative, there's probably an axe or two to grind there. Okay. My issue is not with Goldberg. Goldberg is not hot garbage at all. At all. Period. If you don't like Goldberg and WWE, you take that up with Vince, not with Bill. Okay. That's number one. Number two, this is all wrong. This is booked wrong. This is incorrect. This is ridiculous. This, my friends, in case you haven't noticed, is
hot garbage.
There's no other way to say it. This should not be happening. Goldberg should have come in on Roman. That's what should have happened. But for whatever reason, they didn't want to kill the thing between Owens and Roman, which still leads me to believe that KO is going to get the belt at some point. And if he doesn't, then you should have brought Goldberg in against Roman. Goldberg called him out on social media. Called him out in WWE programming. This should be Goldberg and Roman, not Goldberg and Drew, because Drew versus Goldberg made no sense at all. At all. At all, at all, at all. Period. I don't get it. Shane says Drew could be a heel if he drops Goldberg and then keeps beating on him and grabs the mic and says WWE is the best. Says WWE is the best. You got it. Shane, I disagree. You know how this match is going to end? With a handshake. Because Drew's going to beat him. That's what I think. It's what I think. I don't know if I'm right or not, Shane. I think it'll end with a handshake. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm reading some of your comments. I like it. Mickey, do you find that when people say your name, they want to sing, "Oh, Mickey, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Hey, Mickey." I'm not singing it to you. Don't ask me to. I don't take requests. Now the song's in my head. Thanks, Mickey, for nothing. I like Drew McIntyre Goldberg. If they go one-on-one, I don't know which I'd root for. Fair enough. Fair enough. You want to know why you feel that way, Mick? You want to know why? because Drew McIntyre is not a heel. What are we doing? If he turns heel because of this, because the babyface legend came back and made accusations that weren't true, and Drew turns on him for that, oh, bash my head in with a brick. I'm done. Dude, do they sleep through the creative writing sessions? Is that what they're doing in this company? They just go to sleep? Listen, I don't care who says what about anything. This is not a matter of Tom thinks he can write it better than they can. Look at this guy. Don't even with me. If any of you out there listening now or watching now or later, whatever it is, if you think this is good creative writing, you have lost your ever-loving minds, because this makes no sense on the planet at all. I don't know what planet you're living on. The one I tend to hang out on the most, this makes zero sense. You take this guy that you've built. Now, granted, it's the COVID era. I get it. God, I'm ranting. You take this guy that you've built up during this era as your babyface champ. He's the guy. The buck stops here. He's hot. He looks amazing. He can go. He's getting it done. He's come full circle. He's the man. He's the champ, baby. And you bring Goldberg back to crush him on the mic? He ain't even touched him yet, and he crushed him. So you don't have respect for the legends. What? What? Hot garbage button doesn't do enough justice. I need a button that curses, and I don't curse on this show. Unfreaking believable. But that's what you want. Listen, if any of you are WWE lifers and love this company and defend it to the death over AEW, New Japan, Impact, Tom, whoever, I don't know what more to say to you. Okay? Because if you think this is good TV. Now, here's the funny part. I don't care. I'm ranting, but I'm not going to not watch, right? I don't. Again, I can criticize and still watch. I don't understand. I don't get it. Someone explain this to me. You can't, can you? I defy you to try. I defy you to try. Mark's going to give it a shot. What's going to happen is Miz going to cash in Money in the Bank. Goldberg and Drew are going to work together and attack Miz. I still don't care, Mark. Are they doing this for the Miz, for God's sake? Hot garbage. God, I want to curse. Make me want to holler. Marvin Gaye said it best. Jason says, yeah, but that's not the route they're going. They want Daniel crying or Drew McIntyre against Roman at WrestleMania. Jason, you lost me, bro. You lost me. Yes, he did the scene with Hogan on Raw. Was he disrespectful, Danny? Hurts my head. Nancy, what's up? I'm sorry I didn't comment for you earlier. It's not saving them, but Nancy, my friend, thank you. And also Nancy, too. I'm going to put her comment back up. Also, Nancy, to your point, they got so much cash. Nancy, Nancy. Hi, Nancy. They got enough cash right now to buy and sell your house, my house, the block, your neighborhood, my neighborhood, all your cars, everything you own, me, your city, my city, everything. Okay? They don't care. They're not trying to save anything. They're trying to spike a rating. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. I just want it to make sense. Why is it so hard? Why is it so hard for this to make sense? Luca, I've answered your question about Edge, my friend. I'm not going to answer it again. No disrespect. I've answered your question. I think Edge will work Randy Orton at WrestleMania. Maybe he'll come back at the Rumble. We'll see. No disrespect. Thank you for watching. I'm coming down off my rant high. Ray says Goldberg had a 2-match. And you know what, Ray? You could be right. He could be the next WWE champion. And here's the fun part. Get ready, everybody, for Tom to sing you a song. Are you ready? Goldberg's never been WWE champion. Has he? Goldberg's been world champion. Goldberg's been universal champion. Goldberg's never been WWE champion. This would be a first. This would be a first. Brad says your expectations for WWE is too far in outer space. That's why I quit watching it. Brad, I know. I get it. I get it. Richard, I don't know what's going on with Say. He's taking time off with his girlfriend, soon to be wife, bro. He's got a kid, man. Having a baby takes a lot of time and attention. Luke, a valid question. Who do you think Roman should face at Mania? Big E. But here's the thing, dude. If they're going to make that happen, they got to start building today, right now, today, tonight. This got to be it. Tonight's the night. Start him tonight. They need time. At least 2 to 3 months to build somebody up for a WrestleMania main event, if not more. Danny says, if he beats Drew, I'm done. Danny, no disrespect to you, bro, but I've heard a lot of this before. And maybe you are. I mean, I wouldn't tell you to be done. You know, again, please don't anybody hold this against Bill. Bill's not holding a gun to that company's head telling them that he wants to be the champ. Come on, guys. Come on. You know that, right? That's not what's happening here. Nancy says Goldberg doesn't need the championship. He's already a legend. Thank you, Nancy. You're so right. You're so right. Thank you for that. Keith says this booking makes no sense. The only reason to book this is to give Goldberg the belt, only to have him lose it back to Drew. Yeah. That's what they do, man. That's what they do. My head hurts. I'm moving on. SmackDown ratings. This week, 1.91 million, down from last week's highly impressive 3.30 million. Raw up this week to 2.13, up from 1.77 from last week. Let's talk about, man, I spent a long time ranting. Let's talk about some NXT. This is the way. If you don't like the way, I'm telling you, man, you're missing out because the way is fun. Okay. Johnny Gargano is doing some good work right now in NXT. The way, I love it. Indy Hartwell, they're calling her Indie Wrestling now. And yeah, it's good. I dig it. I dig the little faction. It's fun. They're all comical. It's a comedy faction. It's okay. It's a little bit of slapstick, a little bit of arrogance. Johnny Gargano is the Barney Fife character. You know what I mean? Napoleon Complex feels like he's bulletproof, but he's neurotic at the same time. Yeah, it's I dig it. I think it's fun. I enjoy it. What do you guys think? Do you like the way? I dig it quite a bit. Yeah, what do you guys think about it, man? Austin Theory, good stuff. There you go. What's your thoughts on it? I like to know what you think. Cherie, what's up? Hot Topic has a Wu-Tang Clan t-shirt. I was going to get a pic just for you, but my kid took my attention away for the... Oh, well, Cherie, it's all right. Oh, dude, I saw one the other day. I'm going to get myself one. Keith says the way comic book... Yes, absolutely. It was fun. It was awesome. Yeah, very cool. Will says they suck. Why do they suck, man? Why do you not like them? It's awesome. Christopher's not doing a Karrion Kross impression. He's waiting until I get to AEW content. Ray says the way is solid, but no Undisputed Era. Well, you're right about that. Christopher said, don't you miss Cameron Grimes? I love me some Cameron Grimes. I can't. Cameron Grimes! Where you at, Shannon? Reggie says, what are they going to do with Dexter? Brother, if I knew, I'd tell you. Shane says the way is, Shane and Ray about to have a throwdown up in the main event today, man. Shane says the way is better than Undisputed Era. Boy, Sugar Shane, look out. Because Big Ray Dean going to be coming at you, brother. You better look out, man. Dave says, how can you not love Johnny Wrestling? I agree with that. Will says, just rubs me the wrong way. All good. All good. Oh, who was in the chair for Xia Li? I don't know, but ain't she creepy? They're experimenting so much with the cinematic stuff and the no crowd stuff. And I mean, what am I going to do? It's Sister Abigail. I don't know, man. We'll see, right? Shannon's asking for it.
I'm going to the moon.
Who loves you, Shannon? That's an old school reference, and no one in this chat's going to get that reference. I'm showing my age. It's okay. Let's see. Richard says, Tom, I heard Seth's supposed to be on last Friday, had a big falling out backstage. I did not hear about that. Listen, Richard, Dick, can I call you Dick? Listen, Seth freaking Rollins is a company guy from the top of his long-haired head to the bottom of his shiny black boots. And that's the truth. He's a company guy. He was on the Twitter machine defending that company and attacking Will Ospreay and all this other wackadoodle stuff he's been doing for the last 3 years because he's the company guy. Doesn't mean he's right all the time, but he's the company guy. I would be shocked if he had a falling out. Not stunned, but shocked. How about that? Is there a difference? There is, because I said there is. Nancy says, what do you think of Damian Priest? I got to interview Damian when he was Punishment Martinez. He's a very intense individual. It was a good interview. But I dig him. I think his work in the ring and Ring of Honor was good, but man, he's improved so much since coming to NXT for sure. Brendan says, what about Jungle Boy with Tarzan Boy theme and how Taz Sang made the entrance? Yeah, that's pretty cool, right? I enjoy AEW, man, for the most part. Sometimes they hit the mark or miss the mark, whatever, but you know. Nancy says, I thought the way Kyle tapped out on New Year's Eve was just bland at the end. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that for sure. And I love him too. Shannon it's ladies' night here on the main event. Shannon says, loving all the women hanging out on the show day. Yeah, dude, the main event used to have a solid cast of characters for the women, represent the women from one end to the other, a spectrum to the other. Let me tell you ladies something, and this is the truth. The men are going to hate me for this, but I'm going to spit some truth, yo. Ready? Female pro wrestling fans are a lot easier to talk to than male pro wrestling fans. Do you want to know why? Because for the most part, female pro wrestling fans are open to opinions. You know why? Because men are pig-headed, stubborn, and dumb as rocks most of the time. I can be that way too. I'm just saying. And that's the truth. Women are so much easier to talk to and get an opinion from and give an opinion to. And more often than not, from a female fan, you'll get, I can see where you're coming from. And with a man, you get, no, that's stupid. You're stupid too. It's the truth. Preach it, Shannon. Tell him. Tell him, Shannon. It's the truth, man. Alma says, what AW is doing, going to use Sting since he signed with him? I still think we're looking at Sting versus Cody. Where is Miss Lopez? Someone find her on Facebook and tell her she's missing the show. What's going on up in here? Am I going to start messaging people to remind them that we're going live today? Yes, sir, Richard. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Sandy says the way is awesome. There you go. I agree. We were just talking about Big Damian Priest, Priest versus Karrion Kross. More of this. Yes. Absolutely more of this.
Woo!
More of this. So I'm just saying. Good stuff. Why didn't I use the Flair button? We were talking about Flair. Man, I lost it. That's fun stuff. I got people blowing up my phone and everything like crazy. Come on, man. Come on, man. I'm busy, yo. I got a show to do, man. Come on. Man, Ray's going off on somebody, dude. It's not me, is it, Ray? That's great. Everybody play nice, as my granny used to say. You be purty. All you guys be purty together. Do you think Sammy will reunite with Mox? We're talking about you talking about tell me who you're talking about. Am I getting the names wrong here? Sammy with Mox? Am I missing somebody? Oh, thank you, Ray. Cherie's female. Hey, you guys forgot about Cherie. Everybody give Cherie some love, man. I love how y'all talk to each other. It makes me very happy. All the family. I might have to come up with a name for my fans. The main event posse. I don't know. Oh, Callahan. Thank you, Nancy. Ooh, Nancy gives me an opportunity to talk about somebody. Okay, so this is just me. And again, you guys know that the opinions and views expressed on Tom Clark's Main Event do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of Wrestling Rumors. You know that, don't you? I am not a fan of Sami Callihan. It doesn't mean I'm not a fan of Sami Callihan. Yeah, that's right. I'm not a Sami Callihan hater. I'm not crazy about him. It doesn't mean I wish him ill. It doesn't mean I wish he would go away. It doesn't mean I'm going to talk trash about him or rant about him, because I'm not going to do any of those things. But my own personal perspective is I'm not a big Sami Callihan fan. It's just not my cup of tea. No offense. I wish him well. No disrespect intended. That's just how I feel. Okay. And I don't personally want to see him in AEW. Now, does that mean they won't sign him? Of course not. They're not asking me what I think. So, yeah. You know what everybody's waiting for? Some AEW. How about that? Abaddon in the women's division, more of this. Massive kudos to Jim Ross, the legendary Jim Ross. Good old JR. Because JR did more for Abaddon in that match with the champ. God bless. I'm going to do that thing where I'm blanking again on her name. Hikaru Shida. He did more for Abaddon in that match than anyone's done for Abaddon since she got there. More than anything anybody's done for her in the ring, backstage, on the mic, period. You want to know why? Because Jim said the phrase. Did anybody catch this, by the way? Some women wear makeup. Abaddon is living in it. Something to that effect. And we don't know what's going on in her mind. We don't know what's going on. With that one comment, Jim Ross brought this weird, supernatural, Sister Abigail, Bray Wyatt thing, Kevin Sullivan thing, zombie, undead chick down to earth. And do you know why it's good? Because none of that stuff is real. They've pulled the curtain back on Taker to the point of exposing his character for the whole world to see. And they make no apologies for it. They let AJ go on live television, call him an old man, an old washed up man. His wife runs the show. I love AJ. I'm just saying. It was their words, okay? You can't run an Abaddon gimmick with a straight face. But what you can do is give insight. Jim Ross, because he's the king, another king, gave insight. With that one phrase, with those couple of lines of commentary, the minute he said it, I thought, oh my God, that was great. That was great. He humanized her because she needs to be humanized. She doesn't need to, look, you can disagree with me if you want. She doesn't need to be this, we don't know what she is, Tom. She's creepy. Shut up. She's a lady wrestler who signed a contract. They announced her on social media as being all elite. She posed for a picture. Okay. If you pose for pictures and you know where the hard cam is, you're not a supernatural being who's there out of the blue because you were summoned by the devil. That's not facts. Okay. Facts is that you need to humanize her to a degree. Not enough that you ruin her gimmick, not enough that you expose her gimmick, but enough that you let the crowd at home go, oh, I get it now. I'm just saying, baby. Rob Zombie's living dead girl. I can't say I don't think about that all the time. Jason says, Papa. Yeah, there you go. Hey, Mickey. Thanks for hanging out, bro. That's the Acclaimed, Ray. They're growing on me. The rapping is growing on me. I think the guy's pretty talented at it. Something else pretty big that happened this week in AEW. A Bullet Club reunion. Too sweet me, bro. Too sweet me. Can I be honest with you right now? Full disclosure. When Anderson does that crap, I cannot stop laughing. Too sweet me, bro. It's great. Bad Luck Fale, an original founder of the Bullet Club, happens to not agree. He was on Twitter and said, the Elite 2.0. But for me, the Bullet Club is always New Japan. I happen to agree with Bad Luck Fale. So, not everybody's going to be on board with this. They're not going to call it the Bullet Club. They're going to call it whatever. But you know what? Will says it was awful. There's a take for you. Shannon, where you at? Love the AE dub doesn't focus on just how a wrestler should look. Some of the talent in AE dub, Vince would never give a chance because their look, size, etc. And some people would argue because their talent. Let's be fair about it. A lot of those folks were not ready for TV, and some of them still are not ready today, and they're on it anyway. Hey, look, I'm going to have to be fair, guys. If I'm going to rip on one company, I'm going to rip on another. Not rip, but I'm going to criticize where I personally see fit. Doesn't mean you got to agree with me on anything I say or do here, man, on the show, but I'm just going to give you my own personal take. And that's what I'm thinking, is that some of the folks on Dynamite are not ready to be on Dynamite. Just saying. Thank you, Tim. Thank you. Nancy said, I know AJ was pulling from. Oh, I'm sure he had a laugh. I'm sure he loved it. You kidding me? I recorded an episode of the 6M podcast last night. By the way, folks, as soon as we go off the air, jump over to Tom Clark's Facebook page or Tom Clark's 6M podcast on the Facebook. I will talk about and reveal episode 21 that will drop next Tuesday. You don't want to miss it. Oh my God, it's awesome. Just do it for me. You took time out of your day like you do every Friday. If you're not following the 6M podcast, shame on you. You're missing some fun shows, man. Fun shows, yo. Reggie says the new Bullet Club in AEW is hot garbage. Wow. I'm not giving you the button, Reggie. You got the button one time already. You're not going to get it now. Sorry, you get one button per episode. Unless you're Shannon, because it was Shannon's idea. Thank you, Shannon. I love this show. Timothy says, I need to see more Jericho on commentary. From your lips to the ears of God, my friend. 110%. Shane says, Snoop Dogg, was that a knee drop or a splash? It was a knee splash. Omega versus Phoenix was awesome. It was a good show. I enjoyed the show all the way around. Moxley's promo was gold. Omega beating the living crap out of him at the end of that. And listen, if you want to know if there's any barbed wire on that bat, there sure is. The whole thing's not gimmick. There's some real pieces on there because they were getting cut up, man. It was sticking to his shirt. You saw that, right? Crazy. Let's talk about ratings. This week, AEW 662 down from 977, which was the Bradley tribute last week. We didn't talk about ratings last week. NXT up 641 from last week's 586. A narrow win for AEW. It was New Year's Smash, as well as NXT Evil, NXT New Year's Evil. There you go. All right, kids, before we take it home, let's open the floor. Open the floor. Shannon says the new TNT title is beautiful. I agree. I'm a sucker for the red leather belt because it's the NWA World's Television Championship back in the day. Love it. Double A, baby. I like the TNT title, but no, it should never be red again. They gave that to Brody's kid, and he should keep it, and that's the way it should be. So I'm all good with it. But the black looks fantastic, doesn't it? The black and the gold and everything. Ray should like that. It's black and gold. It's undisputed, baby. No way Darby is beating Steroid King Cage. Ooh, Ray throwing some heat. Brian Cage going to be coming to your house later today to take it up with you. Good luck to you. Nancy says his shoulder was up at the end. Stay tuned for another part. Ooh, yeah, it did look like, yeah, wasn't it? I know, don't think I did notice that. I did. Shree says, I about died laughing when Moxley brought out that barbed wire, reminding me of Cactus Jack. Yeah, he loves that thing, man, for sure. Yes, Will, I do, but I don't think it's going to be right now. I think you'll see it maybe mid part of the year this year. You'll see him get the title back. That's just me throwing it out there to you. Shannon says, Darby's a dude. Let me tell you guys something, in all due fairness. Darby has grown on me like an infection. It's terrible. I like Darby. I do. I never disliked him. I saw Darby live when he was working for Evolve before he ever went to NXT or not NXT, but AEW. So, yeah, I like him. He's grown on me a lot. Live, Darby Allin live is pretty fun. Sugar Shane says, you hear about MLW using Lucha Underground in their storyline. No, but I gotta get caught up on MLW, man. I really got to get caught up on them. Christopher, unfortunately, no Kelly Klein news. Timothy asking about Randy Orton being a great heel. Randy's a great heel in anything he does. Hobbs won't be turning on Cage anytime soon. Well, unless you mean Baby and Cage out. I don't know. I don't know if I see it. Hager looked kind of Nancy. Man, Nancy, you have been on fire today, man. Why don't you watch the show more? Jake gave him a lot, didn't he? Jake gave him a lot. Wardlow, shook that guy's hand after the match and thanked him for the match. He did. Because he made Wardlow look good. Wardlow looks good anyway. He's a good worker, right? But, man, Jake gave him a lot. I didn't love the match. It was a bit clunky in spots for me personally. I could see there was some stuff. They were kind of not on the same page, right? But, man, he gave him a heck of a lot. Kudos to Jake Hager. I mean, I enjoyed that part of it for sure. Will says, if it was my pick, Sting would not get back in the ring. It's just me talking. I love Sting. Ray, I got to go with Busta, man. Yeah, I don't know the details on Dre, but yeah, all the best to go out to him and his family for sure. Matt Hardy on Private Party. Yeah, they becoming their manager, taking 30% from each guy. Matt's a heel again. Remember the previous discussion? Matt is a heel. There you go. All right, kids. Listen, again, don't you go anywhere. Well, you can leave Wrestling Rumors page if you want to. And please, for God's sake, follow me to my own Facebook page and or Tom Clark's 6M podcast. We're going to talk about what's coming your way next Tuesday. Okay. In the meantime, I'm going to get out of here. Listen, thanks everybody for watching. Thanks to the ladies of the main event. Thank all the ladies for hanging out today. You guys rock. You're awesome. Thank you so much for that. I do appreciate it. And listen, any of you ladies know any other female pro wrestling fans on the Facebook or any of your other places, invite them to come on, man. We don't want to just be all dudes all the time. It's 2021, man. Come on. Let's do this. All right, kids, thanks again. I do appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out as always. Thanks for showing some love to the show. It means loads to me. Everybody have a great weekend. Have a great evening. Stay safe out there this weekend. Social distance, folks. Wear your freaking mask for God's sake. I'm going to get out of here. Thanks again, folks, for hanging out. We'll see you next time. Tom Clark's Main Event.